Hello everyone on YouTube, this is Finalugia Guardian, also known as Lex Astoria on vid.me, and today we're going to be doing a comparison of the new Callaway Chromesoft golf balls, the Graphene Infused ones, the newest model from Callaway, and we're comparing them to the older Callaway Chromesoft golf ball that are not Graphene Infused. So, how this is going to work is I'm briefly going to discuss the specifications. Then I'm going to discuss the performance data that I, an amateur, got with them. And number 3, and finally, I will discuss my overall summation of the value of these golf balls and what you should spend your money on. Whether you should spend a little bit of extra money for the new graphene-infused Callaway Chromesoft golf balls, or if you should save your money and just buy an extra box of non-graphene-infused Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. So, let's get started. We'll start, of course, with the specifications, and I'm just going to briefly touch on the specifications, just the difference between these golf balls and nothing else. I'll link to a video of a more detailed description of the Callaway Chromesoft golf balls in the description box below. So, if you want to watch that, there you go. So, let's discuss the brief differences in the specifications. The new Callaway Chromesoft golf balls, as I mentioned before, have a graphene shell inside of the golf ball. So what that means is there's a little bit of a shell of graphene wrapped around the inner soft core of the golf ball. And ideally that's supposed to give you both a higher launch and less spin, ideally resulting in shots that fly straighter and fly farther. So does that actually come to fruition? Well, we'll discuss that when we get to the performance data. And that's all I wanted to say about the specifications. So now let's move on to the performance data. So let's begin with putting. As far as putting goes, I only took a few shots with the Callaway Chromesoft golf balls, both the new and the old, and I found that in terms of putting, there is no difference at all when it comes to putting. So if you're buying these balls for putting purposes, you are wasting your money. That's all I will say about putting. Let's move on to chipping. This is where you start to have a little bit of deviation in performance. So for chipping, the old Callaway Chromesoft had a 7-iron used on it, and the average distance I got with that 7-iron was 16 yards. This was taking about quarter swings. So the standard deviation, of course, was 4 yards. So pretty good. Just getting your ball into the green, that's, I think, pretty good performance. And the Callaway Chromesoft Graphene Infused golf balls, once again using the same ping 7-iron, I got a distance of 18 yards with a standard deviation of 2 yards. So a little bit further and a little bit more consistent distance. So there's a point for the Callaway Graphene Infused Chromesoft golf balls. So now let's move to pitching. And of course, surprisingly, the older Callaway Chromesoft golf balls had better distance and standard deviation of that distance than the newer Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. So that was kind of surprising. The older Callaway Chromesoft golf balls performed slightly better than the newer Callaway Chromesoft golf balls when I was doing pitching with my ping sand wedge. So, surprising bit there. Now let's move on to a full iron swing. The full iron swing I did was used with my ping 9-iron. And what I found is the new Callaway Chromesoft golf balls, as you can see from this, they flew slightly further and were a little bit more consistent than the old Chromesoft golf balls. I got 92 yards for the old Callaway Chromesoft golf balls and about 103 yards on average for the new Callaway Chromesoft Graphene Infused golf balls. So, better performance from the new Callaway Chromesoft golf balls for a full iron swing done with a 9-iron. But you didn't buy these balls for putting or chipping or pitching. No, you wanted to know what happens when you break out your driver and smash the living daylights out of these balls and what they can do. Well, let's move on to that. So, for the driver swing, I actually did multiple tests over multiple days. And I'll flash up the first test right now. Okay, so here's the first test. This is the old Callaway Chromesoft golf balls, and as you can see, I had a distance of 181 total yards, and I was not getting very good distance these tests, but I tested it nonetheless, and keep in mind this is only the first of the tests, and as you can see, I got 181 is not bad, and if you can see one of those shots, I got a distance of 194 yards, so a playable shot, and it wasn't very far offline with that 194 yard shot. 29.4 is not great, but you can make it work if the fairway's large enough anyway. So okay performance from that ball, and that's on me not having a very good day. But now, of course, let's look at the new Callaway Chromesoft golf ball on the same day. As you can see, here's my average total distance, 190 yards, which is, of course, much better than what I had previously. I generally don't want to be down in the 180s. But as you can see, I had several shots, well, just a few rather, that were in the 200s, which is what I would really like to be hitting. Once again, I'm an amateur. I've never been a long hitter, so I'll take over 200 wherever I can get it. And as you can see, the offline was pretty good. Almost all of those shots would have been playable, aside from the two with the offline in their 40s, in the amount of yards offline. But yeah, better performance on that day from the newer Graphene Infused Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. But I wasn't satisfied with that. I wanted to give these balls every bit of good effort that I could give them to make sure my testing was accurate. So on another day, I went back and did the same test with my driver again. So let's now take a look at those results. So, as you can see, here is my results with the older Callaway. And as you can see, the distance is 191 yards. Now, is that good? Well, once again, it was better than what I got with the old Callaway Chromesoft golf balls from the previous test. And of course, if you look at the offline chart, once again, I had two go offline in the 40s, so those probably not playable. But, you know, only two of my shots going offline to the point where they're no longer playable. I think that's pretty good. And of course, if you look at one of those shots, I got 218 yards, and that was really nice. And of course, offline, only 13 yards offline. So, solid performance for the old Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. Now let's talk about the newer Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. So, here is the data for the new Callaway Chromesoft golf balls from the second day. This is the Graphene Infused ones. And you can see the total distance I got that day was 200 yards, average. And of course you can see I had a couple shots, 214 yards, 217 yards, 211 yards, 204 yards. So pretty solid performance. And if you'll notice the offline, what do you see? Pretty much every one of those shots would have been playable. Maybe the 26.7 offline shot, which is third from the bottom, that would be on the edge of playable. It would depend on the course and how large the fairway is. And yeah, very good performance, pretty consistent, and as I said before, higher than the older Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. So, as far as distance goes, and accuracy goes, and reducing the amount of offline you're going to have, I think these Graphene Infused golf balls are indeed significantly better than the older Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. Now, I want to say something about me and how it applies to me. In my hands, as I mentioned before, I'm an amateur, and I got, on this day, 191 yards average with the older Callaway Chromesoft, and 200 yards with the newer Callaway Chromesoft. And of course, my deviation in distance could vary from day to day, so take that for what you will. But let's ask a question here. Is that extra 9 yards worth it? Well, it depends. If the distance that you're hitting, like hitting that extra 9 yards will get you close enough to the green where you can just chip it onto the green or just simply putt it onto the green, then maybe they're actually worth it. It would depend on the course that you're playing on. But in my opinion, from what I know about my performance and the courses that I play on, an extra 9 yards is not going to significantly help me all that much as far as getting the ball onto the green and getting a lower score. It may help me a tiny bit, like a marginal difference, and that's where I think things will actually, where the rubber meets the road. Athletes compete based on marginal distances. Remember, in professional tournaments, golf games are decided by one stroke maybe. Just ask Tommy Gainey, who won the McGladryn Classic, by one stroke. I mean, I'm sure he had the best equipment going for him. He probably had the best golf gloves. He probably had the best golf shoes, the best clubs. And even so, one stroke margin of victory. So that's where I think these graphene-infused golf balls are going to be the most valuable. If you're a professional or a highly advanced amateur playing in a tournament, that's where I think these are going to be the most useful. However, if you are just an average golfer playing recreationally, perhaps meeting some clients for discussion of business matters out on the golf course, I think you would probably be better by sticking with buying just one extra box of the older Callaway Chromesoft golf balls. And if you buy an extra box of Callaway Chromesoft, let's say the person you're meeting with has left their golf balls at home, or they hit all their balls into the water and they don't have any more left. Well, here you come to the rescue with a brand new box of Callaway Chromesoft golf balls that you brought just in case that happened. And you know that happens a lot. People lose their golf balls on the course all the time. If you've ever been out on a golf course, you know the feeling. And the fact that you have some extra golf balls that you can continue playing with, oh, the feeling is so great. And that, I think, will sum up the overall summation of value. Is it worth it for the amateur? No. Just buy some older model Callaway Chromesoft and they'll serve you pretty much just as good. But if you have the extra money and you just want the extra performance, just to get that little bit of extra distance and maybe win one more game out of the hundreds you play over the course of your relationship with your business partner or just for your recreation, go ahead and buy the Chromesoft Graphene Infused and they'll serve you just that little bit much better. And that, I think, will sum up all that I have to say about the Graphene Infused Callaway Chromesoft golf balls and how they compare with the older Chromesoft golf balls. So, I thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care. Happy golfing. Peace.